take 1 minute to brand myself whenever I speak at events. So I will take 1 minute here. So I am basically from the developer background. I work as a tech evangelist at Microsoft. So I will be working with partners who are in this APAC region. I will closely work with them. Apart from my work, I do a lot of open source contributions. You can see my contributions there. So I am a Google developer expert on Angular, also for my MVP. And I recently started writing books on packet.com. Also, I am an OpenFast contributor where they build serverless applications, right? Also, you can get in touch with me using these links. I think I have taken 1 minute, so I will proceed further. So I am going to start with a small change here. Always we do the demos at the end, but I am going to start with the demo. I would like to call 2 volunteers to come forward to make this demo work. Those who are volunteers, please come forward. Guys, great. One more. Otherwise, I would be calling the names who are familiar with me. Probably Ashka, you can come forward. So these 2 gentlemen are going to compete today to make this demo work, right? So I have built an application within 15 minutes using cognitive services. Probably we are going to see it online. So I will quickly navigate to this application and take it to the other screen. All right, I will duplicate the screen only for this purpose. You can come to the stage. So this is a simple application that I have built using cognitive services. The rules of this game is you will have a stars falling from the top, which is showing as emotions, right? You will smile and then angry and so on. So you have to react according to the stars that is falling around. Like you can see, this is just a silent emoji. So when it reaches the red line, it will take a snap of yours and it will give you a score according to the image that you have posted. So let's start with, what's your name? Mustaq. So you have to play, you will have 5 chances, and you will get a score at the final. Let's see who is winning. You can start. So you have to see the star which is falling down, and you have to react according to that, right? Let's see. Hope it works. Yeah, the first chance. Let's see the score. He has got it 100. Give a round of applause. The next one. Surprise? I think 0. All right. Yeah, it's 0 because that wasn't a surprise. And the third chance. Again surprise. This time you have to get it correct. Probably he haven't. The next one. Sad. You are smiling? All right, still it's 100. Askar, you have a chance. The last one. Angry. You're going to hit me. That's not angry. So at the end of 5 chances, he got a score of 100. Probably you should not take into cinema because you are not acting well. Yeah, you can go. I forgot the name. Astaq, right? Mustaq. Okay. Yeah, it's chance for Askar. Let's see. The first one. It's not working. Yeah. Sad. You have missed the chance. The second one. Again sad, this time. Probably I should not stand here. Surprise. He is remaining the same for everything. Still 0. You have 2 more chances to beat
Mustang. Okay. 0. Last chance. Angry. Just act like hitting me. 0. All right, he got 5 chances and the winner is Mustang. You can come forward. I have some stickers from Cosmos DB. So you can use that. Also, I have stickers, so if you answer the questions, I will be giving you. So I have this Keytech and Cosmos DB stickers. Congrats. So I will be explaining the concept behind this demo at the end of this session. This is just to show the capability that you can build within quick time, right? So I will switch back to the slide. All right. So we have played this game and we have a winner also. So what is the outcome of this session? This poll was run by Microsoft during an event in their campus. And you can read the question, I don't have to repeat myself. And the answer was, I'm super excited, but I don't know where to start. The goal of this session is to start yourself with AI by using cognitive services. So it's very competitive world, right? Everyone is competing against each other. Even for this event, you have to get a chance. To get a chance, you have to compete among 1,000 registrants who have applied for it. Even if you take biggest companies like Google, Microsoft, and Facebook, they are fighting against each other with the technology. So before I start, let me step back and take the session back 44 years when I am switching between Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. So it's Bill Gates. So when Bill Gates started this company, he was starting with a small computer, which is Alta 800 basic. And he wanted to have this vision. He had this vision to empower every human being on this earth to have at least one computer in their home. And the vision is at least successful to 90% up to now. And we will make this work in the coming years. So based on his vision, he started this research center back in 1991 with 3 ideas in mind. Every human being on this earth has a vision to see and then to enhance with the products that they are using and to identify and to listen. So there are 3 areas that he focused on, and the research team has been working on these 3 areas for the past 15 or 25 years. So cognitive services are the amalgamation between AI and machine learning. I'm not going to talk about what is machine learning and what is AI. Probably you might have known about it, and there is no definition for AI or machine learning. It lies in between, and you can make use of this to build intelligent applications. However, by leveraging the ecosystem provided by Azure, you can build intelligent applications with cognitive services. These APIs are focused on intelligence, which are developed by experts in Microsoft. There are 1,000 number of experts who are residing at the COP, building on these APIs to enhance your applications. Google wants to build, AWS wants to build, but Microsoft has been the leaders in the field of AI for the past 25 years and so on. Anyone disagree? It's nice to see, yeah. So when I talk about Microsoft research, there are 8 labs, and then plus 1,000 plus number of researchers who are working on 20 plus fields, and there are a lot of number of patents, and those are exposed as APIs. So these are the labs you can see. If I have to provide few stats about cognitive services in the field of AI, these stats indicates the number of developers. 1.6 million developers across the world has been using cognitive services, and there are 70,000 deployments which is currently going on cognitive services. And Microsoft has exposed 20 plus APIs to use in your application. Out of them, 17 are generally available. You can use it in your application. AI always goes with bots, right? How many of you know about bots? Yeah, being in the developer background, you should know about bots. So it goes in hand to hand with bots. When you are building applications which are intelligent, you can develop with bots. And there are 35,000 bots have been developed up to now, which have been built on 2,000 bot frameworks available on using the SDKs. So let's start the technical session with a small question. Just raise your hands. I will tell the number of cats you see. You have to just raise your hands. And I say number 9. How many cats do you see in this picture? 9, 10, or 11? I will give away stickers who has the better vision in this audience. How many cats? Sorry, who answered 10? All right, that's the correct answer. There are 10. So what are the strategies you use to identify the cats? I'm making your life difficult, right? You can come forward. Yeah? No? I have stickers, so you can come forward. So what are the, just give a random answer.
2 eyes.
All right, that was exactly the answer that I wanted. So he has identified with 2 eyes and then it has a nose and so on, right? This is the old way of machine learning. You have defined set of rules. Based on the rules, you are identifying the object that you want to see. But in the modern way of machine learning after 2012, we don't need any supervised algorithms to identify the objects. We are dealing with large number of objects across the world. We are dealing with high computations. So you don't have to write entire code from the scratch to identify these. That's why we have cognitive services, right? So what is cognitive services? I'm not going to tell the definition, which I'm not a fan of by harding the terms. Let me read it. So cognitive services are a collection of artificial intelligence API, and we believe in democrating artificial intelligence. What is democrating means? Democracy, right? So we have the keynote session from Tulasi. He's a colleague at Microsoft. He's an expert in data. Probably we can take Dinesh, who is an expert in data. You don't have to be like Dinesh to get started with cognitive services. You can be just like me, who is just a developer to get started. So people who are from the schools or colleges or even developers, they can start from the scratch and build their applications with these cognitive services. And it works regardless of your platform. It could be iOS, Android, or web application. Because the APIs are exposed in the form of REST, so you can use it in any form that you need. And entire collection start from vision, speech, language, knowledge, search, and labs. This search and labs was announced in the build that happened recently. There are a few services announced according to these 2 categories, but it has been announced back in 2018. So other thing I wanted to talk about here is when we say Microsoft, everyone talks about the cost, right? When we say Google, everyone talks about free things. You don't have to compare according to that. The outcome that you get from each of these services is amazing. Even with these cognitive services, you can get started freely, and when you are in production, you will be charged a fraction of dollars. Probably it could be 0.01 and so on, based on the consumption that you use. So how many of you are ready to get started with cognitive services? Nice to see. So why Microsoft Cognitive Services? These are the 3 fundamental reasons that you need to have in mind when you start with Microsoft's Cognitive Services, which is easy. As I mentioned earlier, you don't have to be expert. You can get started with cognitive services in your application with the REST APIs. It's simple to add in your application, and it's flexible. Flexible in the sense, those are REST APIs which could be written on any language that you are familiar with, Node.js, Python, PHP, and .NET, and so on. So if you don't like the algorithm that is given by Microsoft expert, you can implement your own algorithm and build custom experience for your APIs. And it's tested. Yes, we have been using this Microsoft Cognitive Services within Microsoft to identify the face recognition and so on within Microsoft using the language APIs and so on. It's flexible because it has been tested by within Microsoft and across developer community and so on. So you can see the developer community on GitHub, Stack Overflow, MSDN, and user voice. A variety of real-world applications that has been built on cognitive services. When you talk about Vision API, which is one of the important things, we had this incident that happened last April, right? We could have prevented using one of these technical features available using cognitive services. So in United States, they are using advertisement boards, right? You will have coolers, air conditioners, and then advertisement boards. They are displaying attractive things, and when someone sees it, they are detecting the faces and identifying with the database whether the person has done any crimes. That's the way forward that we would like to see in Sri Lanka as well. That is one of the use cases that you can see with Vision API. And when you talk about Speech API, it gives the directions based on the commands that you give. You take Google Maps, it works on language API. It's similar to that. You can take that as example, and when you give commands, it routes accordingly. And we have language API. You deal with any language. If you are writing blogs, you can use of them. You can make use of that. And if you want to convert any speech to text, you can use of that. And then we have Knowledge API and Search API, which was invented recently. So you can use the text extraction using Knowledge API. Probably if you are building structured data within your application, you can pass that as an input. If you want to build like question and answers based on the data that you have. And then we have the Search API, which does same exactly like Bing. How many of you use Bing? Great. I will give some fantastic stickers for you because, guys, you should start using Bing. I'm not marketing because I'm from Microsoft, but you will really see the benefits because I don't like to compare. Even I was a fan of Google search, but after I joined Microsoft and when I explored, it has so many, it gives the desired results that you want to see. It doesn't search across the web. It gives whatever the results that you want to see. So intelligent web search based on the Bing APIs, you can use the Search API included in your application. All right. Let the cognitive services be your superpower. This picture I took back in 2018. So where I was presented in front of camera where you can pick the dress you like and you can wear the whatever the gadgets that you like. So that is one of the sample. So it is intelligent, right? Cognitive services, you can make use of that and build intelligent applications, which is business ready. You can use it in production and then easy to deploy, customizable and combinable. You can use one service as an individual solution, or you can combine all of the services to build intelligent applications in production. So Microsoft Cognitive Services is evolving. As I told earlier, it started in 1991, and they were doing a lot of researches, and they started in, okay, I have only 10 minutes. So we started in 2014, the first invention of API, and then we have released 20 APIs up to now, which you can use in your application. I will quickly run through the slides because I don't have much time. When you talk about Vision, we have this amount of APIs you can use. I am not going to going in detail in each of this. Probably you can go home and read about this, right? So we have this computer vision API, face API to detect, and then we have emotion API, which I have used in the demo. I will be explaining earlier. And video API is one of the important API that is being used across the world to identify the text extraction in videos and so on. And content moderator and custom vision service video indexer, those are very new, but those are very challenging. If you have used any Grammarly, that uses the content moderator API, probably you might be submitting your thesis and project in your colleges, right? The plagiarism is checked based on the content moderator API. They are using heavily. And then we have the speech API, which converts the text to speech. And speech recognition API, you can authenticate and identify your speeches based on the voice that you give. And custom speech API. If you don't like what Microsoft has implemented, you can input your algorithm here. And then language API, as I told earlier, which use it to spell check and to build models that you want to see, and then you can do translations. I think there is a session by Manoj on sentiment analysis, which uses a text analysis API that you can use. I will quickly jump through because I am bored of theoretical part. And then you have the knowledge API. You can go home and read it. Search API, you can use in your application to search across the content that you have built with. All right. And then this is one of the important things. If you want to be like Dinesh, who are experts in data science, you can use the Microsoft Cognitive Service Lab, where you can train models according to the way you need, and you can build applications accordingly. So I would like to focus on one particular vision API, which I have showed earlier. The demo is based on that. So it, from faces to feelings, allows you to understand images and videos. It gives the, it's empowered to build that kind of application. So this is the outcome that you would see when you call the search face API, which involves face detection, face verification, similar face grouping, and face identification. You can use all of the, you can use this API to do all of this. And then emotions, which we have seen in this demo. Video indexer, which I have explained earlier. Computer vision API, which is used to identify the objects. If you say this particular instance, it will say, I am presenting in front of this audience in this event, right? All right. Let me quickly show a few demos so that you would start loving with cognitive services. How many minutes I have? All right. I will take the rest of the minutes for the demo itself. So here, howold.net, this, okay, I will duplicate it first. So this is one of the applications that Microsoft has released when they released the cognitive services, howold.net. You can try this at your home. I will show it. Probably I will take the workshop one, and let's see how many. Oh, it says I am 40. I'm not 40, I'm just 20. So, and still not married. So it identifies based on the features. Probably I have thick eyelashes, so it identifies, it says 40. So this is one of the service that uses the face detection API, and the next one, face recognition. So you can use the take photo. So I will capture myself. This uses the emotion API, which will store the image and then compare. Probably I will use this cap this time, whether it identifies correctly. Let's see, it hasn't detected the face. All right. Photo one, quickly. Capture photo. This time with the cap. All right, it will actually identify the image and compare itself with the features that I have, and it will say, yes, it's matching. I have 5 minutes, that's fine. So the next one I wanted to show is the vision API. I think it describes whatever the content that is present in the image. If you take, it displays the tags and then description about the image. So you can use that, and we have the speech API. So what it does, it will record the speech and then compare with the the speech recorded already, and it will identify and give the result if it matches or not. And this is one of the cool text analytics that you can see. Yesterday, Sangha tweeted about the restriction about visitors visiting in Sri Lanka, right? Probably I will take that content and we will see, analyze how he has the Kumar Sangha, yeah. I saw a tweet, probably it exists. Yeah, you can see that great to hear the news that they have. I'm not able to capture the whole thing, but I will take a part of it. So I'm going to pass that and paste it here. So it is going to analyze the text each by word, and it will say what are the key contents and what is the sentiment. You can see it's nearly 97%, which is absolutely positive that he has tweeted about. All right, the next one, which is one cool thing that I wanted to show. This is one of the production application that is running. You can control your entire house with the voice command. Okay, switch the lights off. Okay, I want to sleep, so it will automatically switch off the light. In order to show this demo, go to the energy saver mode. It will switch off. So probably you can see all the lights are on except all the lights are on. So it's time to go to sleep. I can probably tell it. I will click just. So it will make this room the light switched off. So that is, as you can see, right? Which is one of the cool things that I saw. And then you have the what doc net. So this identifies your facial features and compares with the doc, and it will say what doc type you are. So I have compared myself. Let's see what comes. Can't detect any docs. Probably it didn't, but it works. You can go on. And I was explaining about bots and combination with Microsoft AI. This is one of the great things that I have built with bot and cognitive services. So I would like to see this sample. So this is the last time that we won the World Cup, which is one of the amazing things that we should celebrate always. So I have uploaded this photo. The demo always doesn't work at the right time. It works whenever we. So let's see. So I don't think we will get another chance to win this time, but let's see. So it says it's Arjuna Ranadunga standing in front of a crowd. You just have to pass the image and it will say, it will do a Bing search and identify the image and give you the result, which is exactly correct. But in case of we can try with Fikri, who is popular among social media, right? So let me try Fikri, what it says. So I have uploaded this and it says, I think it's a man and a woman who are standing in front of us. So it can't really identify whether Fikri is a man or woman. Just kidding, guys. All right. So these are the things that you can do with cognitive services. I will quickly jump into so you can make use of these services and build. I'm in the present mode, so I will switch to that. Yeah. Use the cognitive services to build intelligent applications in production, right? So you have listened all this from myself, and you can start building enterprise AI application to build application in these particular areas, recommendations, facial recognition, and so on. So these are some of the use cases that they have been using at Microsoft. This is one of the partner who is using cognitive services to in their shops to do a face detection, and they don't have lights or bills in their products. It will do a facial recognition and identify, produce the bill as they want. And then we have zero keyboard, so whenever media wanted to do an interview, they will just have the device and it will do all the analysis and produce a result. They can use it. So this is one of the customer with Microsoft. And so to get started, you can go to this link and explore these cognitive services, right? If you didn't get anything from the session, I have a video. Probably I don't have time to play. You can get it from me and watch it if you didn't get anything. Those who didn't get anything from this session, just raise your hand. So there is no need for a video. I will go to the next slide. Yes, imagine, create, code, and connect. You can start with these links. I will share the slides across with you. So it's a quick demo time. I will show the code that I have built in. So I have opened the code. Why it's not? One minute. You can see the code, right? So these are the 5 lines of code that I have used to build the demo that I showed. So it just called this cognitive services. You can go to the Azure portal and then create a new cognitive service. You can get the link and then start with. So I have used the face detection API with the emotion, so you will get that as a result. All right. So I have used the phaser library, which is used for building animations. So you can use that to build 2D animations in your game applications. If you have any questions, you can always ask me. I'm available on all social medias. That's my job. And then, yeah. Yeah, if you have any questions, you can shoot me now. Questions? I will give away the stickers to those who ask questions. If you didn't ask any questions, I will have to play the video, then I will ask questions. Questions, guys, just ask a dumb question. I have stickers. All right, if you don't have any questions, so this is one of the things that Sri Lankans need to improve. You need to ask questions so that you will get to learn many things. So whatever you learn, share with others and empower everyone to grow in their career. That is one of the key. Yeah, I have a question. Yeah, I need to motivate. Yeah. Yes, you can do. I have shown earlier. So you can modify. There is an API extension. You can pass the parameters and you do it if you want to do it. Also, they have a in the portal itself. You can train data and build according to the way you want.
When you create a custom API, we get a model.
Yeah, yeah.
We can download it.
Yes. Yeah. Probably I wanted to show the demo, but since it's 40 minutes, we can take it to another session. Yeah. Yeah, there is a separate cost. It's based on the APIs. Different APIs have different pricing. So I will share the pricing. You can have a look. Any other questions? Yeah, that is OCR recognition. It reads the text. So you can use the text API. Yes. There have been many applications using that API and built on. Any other questions? So I am not a Google search engine. You can, that for fun. Where to go from here? You should submit the feedback. If you don't submit, okay, you have to submit. You can submit the feedback and rate my event and check out the demo. I have published it there. You can go and create a pull request. I want to make this application to portable in all the devices. If you like the game, if not, forget it. And try the demos in the link I have provided. You can scan this barcode and give a feedback on the session. So I want to improve myself in the coming session. Also, NG Sri Lanka, which we have been working for the past 8 months, but we will get this done, which is coming up in September as we plan. So be a part of that event. There have been few volunteers here you have been working on. So thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience. Thanks Mustaq, right? Mustaq and Aska for participating in the demo. And thanks everyone. We'll catch up with you again in another session, probably in the future. You can always catch me around. I will be here. Thanks everyone. So, yeah.